can we just talk for a second? Because the past couple weeks have been really difficult. And I've been wanting to talk to you guys about this for a while, but every time I put out a video like this, I feel like I come under attack. But I've been thinking about this, and my platform is my platform, and the reason I started this was so that no one would get surprised like I got surprised by a lot of things that happen. So if I tell you something and you're aware of it and it never happens to you, then hallelujah. But if I tell you something and later on down the road you experience it, hopefully in your mind you're like, oh, Melanie said this might happen, here's what I should do, and it's a helpful tool for you. That's it. And I want to talk about this because at this point I've lost almost 90 pounds. I've been on this medication for almost 2.5 years. I've been on both semaglutide and tirzepatide, and I take metformin. So whether or not you choose to believe any of my journey, that's completely up to you, but I try and put the information out there. I think it's really important. When you look at medical studies, you really are only getting a portion of the picture because there's a lot of things that are incidents not known, which means that they're choosing not to study them. So as things develop, different things come to pass. Does that mean this is a bad medication? Absolutely not. But I think it's more helpful for you to hear about some of the not so great experiences that I have versus just the positive experiences. And it might or might not happen to you. I think a lot of times people get on here and they're selling something. Even if they're a doctor, they have a business practice that is now selling this, and they're invested in making sure that you use them. So you'll see one video which is talking about how such and such is not necessarily a side effect, and then the next video they're talking about how they're now delivering to Arkansas and Missouri and these different states. Take everything you hear with what it is, which is a grain of salt in somebody's experience, even if it comes from a doctor. Not saying you shouldn't trust a doctor's opinion, but you shouldn't trust a TikTok doctor, especially if they're repping their own business, because this is a business platform. And more and more, which is why TikTok has now filtered a lot of these words, more and more people are selling you on using their compound pharmacy, and they're selling you on using a higher dose. For whatever reason, I am 2.5 years into this medication, and the past couple months, my gastrointestinal effects have been 1,000 times worse. And it's to the point right now where I am actively considering doing a couple different things, and I'm gonna share all this with you. Either A, I'm going to try a low dose of Mounjaro and see if that helps. Semaglutide tends to give worsening gastrointestinal effects, so maybe that will help. 2, I'm really seriously thinking about just stopping and staying with metformin and seeing how it goes. Last time I tried, my inflammation was really bad and I didn't want to deal with it. But at this point, with the gastrointestinal side effects and the problems that I'm having with, I'm just going to say it, with constipation, I am at the point where I am not sure if it's worth it. And I'm just telling you guys that. So I honestly believe I can maintain without this medication. I think that metformin regulates a lot of different things. I don't have bad side effects with metformin. I don't necessarily think a shot is nice, but I don't think I need it. And this is my journey. You make your own decision. So this is just, I don't even know if I'm going to post this because I get a little afraid of the stitches and people calling me a liar, but you know what? This is my truth. So you guys can call me a liar, or you can tell me that it's my experience and I'm one in a million. But I will tell you this: most of the people you see on TikTok have not been on this medication for 2.5 years. Most of them are just now celebrating their year-in anniversary, and most of them are less. A lot of them are hawking compound pharmacies, and I got no skin in this game, you guys. Do it. Don't do it. That's completely up to you. My whole platform is about you being healthy, you having sustainable weight loss, and you taking care of you so that you can have a long, healthy life and get what you want. So take it or leave it. But I just really felt this needed to be said. So I hope this helps.